Morning, sunshines. It is a gorgeous sunny Sunday morning, and I'm so glad you're here with me today. So the entire purpose of my channel is to kind of take you with me on my self-love journey. But before we get too far on that train, I wanted to go over what self-love is and why I feel it's so important. Google defines self-love as a regard for one's own well-being and happiness, which is honestly better than I could have ever defined it. So kudos to your writing department, Google. To me, self-love is being unapologetically you, which is to say that you literally don't apologize for the way you are. You're not on this self-love journey for other people, so how they perceive you shouldn't matter. All that matters is that you're happy with your life and the path you are on. There's a wee bit more to it than that, but that gives you the gist of it. Have you thought about what self-love means to you? If so, tell me in the comments. Now for why I think it is also important. Whenever you want to build something, like a business plan, or a house, or a pillow fort, you need to start with a solid base. So it makes sense that when you're trying to build and curate the life you want, you need to have a solid base on which to grow. Self-love is that solid foundation. I realize that everyone's journey is different. What works for one may not work for another, so the things I'm going to share with you here may or may not help you. What I'm trying to do with these videos is give you a place to start, and then from there, take what I use and tailor it to fit your lifestyle. But before you can start this self-love process, you need to find your happiness. You need to find your passion. It could literally be anything, from writing to painting to underwater basket weaving. Whatever it is, find it and cultivate it. This is where you will go, or what you will do when your life just seems too hard. The self-love journey is most definitely not without its struggles. This is a daily choice you have to make. You don't reach nirvana once you're here. I recently listened to Amy Poehler's book, Yes Please, and she described her battle with self-doubt as a little demon in the back of her mind who's always there. She'd go months or years without hearing from him, but he always came back. He still comes back, even for me. I choose to love myself daily, but I digress. Finding your happiness. My happiness is directly tied to my photography and making women see their worth. Helping women love themselves and see that they are beautiful and sexy is an amazing feeling to me. I also find happiness at the barn with horses for those times when I get overwhelmed with photos to edit or I'm just not in the right headspace for editing. Having more than one happiness is a good thing to have, and as you progress further on your self-love journey, you may even find yourself adding things that make you happy. But if you don't know exactly what your happiness is, that's okay. Write down a list of the things you enjoy, no matter what it is. Then go back through the list and cross out the things you don't do as often as others. Now, these things you're crossing off aren't necessarily less important, but because you don't do them as often, you clearly prioritize the feeling you get from them after the feelings you get from other things. You don't have to whittle down your list to just one thing, but if you do, that's fine. Whatever's on this list, however, needs to be scheduled into your life regularly. Set aside an hour to read every other day, or set aside a few Saturdays a month to work on a new art project. Whatever makes you happy, make time for it. Doing things that make you happy starts a chain reaction in your life that's referred to as the law of attraction. It basically states that you get back whatever you put out. If you're putting out negative vibes all day, all you'll get back is negativity. But if you're putting out positive vibes, the ones you feel when you're happy, you get positive vibes back. Now, I realize it all probably sounds very crazy, and you're likely wondering why you're even listening to me right now, but just do me a favor and try it once. Spend a whole week thinking positively, and if nothing in your life changes, you can go back to how you were living your life before. And I don't mean huge changes. That kind of manifestation can take a while, but notice the little changes. It could be something as simple as not being as tired every morning despite getting the same amount of sleep as usual. The law of attraction is a ripple effect in a very large pool. So the big changes take some time coming back to you. The little ripples, the little changes, are more easily reflected back towards you, and you see them more quickly. You just don't always notice them because they're so tiny. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I can't wait for you to start your self-love journey with me. If you're interested in all things self-love, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting videos every Saturday. And be sure to tell me what your happiness is in the comments. Sharing your happiness and passion is the best way to put forth positive energy. You can also follow me on Instagram and on Facebook for daily inspirations. I've placed both links in the description below. And if you're interested in my boudoir photography, you can follow all my social media handles below, as well as my official website. Thanks again for sticking with me. And remember, in my house, we sexy as folk.